Okay, so this question is a little interesting because you have 3 variables. You're given days, men, and flats. So usually when you have only 2 variables, proportion questions are very straightforward because you just have to substitute into your appropriate formula, right? This is for direct, this is for indirect. Just substitute in your y and x, you get a k, and then you can solve the question. So as you can see, these 2 formulas, you're only provided with y and x. You're not provided with y, x, and z. Here you have all 3 variables, so you can't really just throw in a formula. You have to figure out what is the appropriate formula. So this is the tricky part. If you can get this right, you can pretty much do the whole question. So first thing, of course, I will just make y my subject, and I draw a fraction line. So compare y and z. If you have more men, will you have more flats? This is pretty obvious, right? Of course, more men means more flats. If you have more men, will you take a longer time or a shorter time? Right, so this is actually indirect proportion. So x has to go down. Okay, then you just have to put in k. So this is the appropriate formula for this question. So the moment you can get this, you are okay. You're set. This question shouldn't be too hard for you. So I'll just substitute in the values to get my k. So here, you just have to press your calculator. Okay, you should get this. But this is not done yet. You need to answer the question. For the first question, how many days will it take for 1 man to complete the job? So 1 man, 1 to 8 is my constant, times 6 flats. So again, the number of flats do not change here. Okay, so just multiply by x on both sides here. You should get x is 768. Done. Now we do part B. Okay, part B. So the unknown here is number of men. The rest you know. 1 to 8 times 6 flats again. You're given 16 days. Okay, so just press in your calculator as usual for the 8. But don't stop here. They asked for extra men. So minus the 2 men originally, you get 16 is your answer. Now C. So here, Z, the number of flats, is your unknown. Okay, so the rest you just sub in. Again, just press calculator. It's just computational stuff. It's 15 flats. Okay, last one. D is the easiest one. They ask you for the formula. You have it right here. Just copy it, change your k to 1 to 8. That's it. That's your answer. Okay, so I'll do the next question. A little unusual. Most proportion questions come in the form of construction, like in the previous one where you have workers building a flat, right, or painting a fence, something like that. This one is about camping. A little unusual, but it's still similar, right? You have 3 variables, so just solve it like normal. Don't need to be worried. So again, let y be something. Compare y with x. If I have more campers, do I need more food? It's pretty straightforward, you do, right? The other thing is y and z. If I have more campers, let's say I have the same amount of food, okay? Will my camping trip be longer or shorter? It will be shorter, right? You'll be a lesser number of days because you just can't last so long. You have more people and still the same amount of food, it'll be lesser, right? So C goes below, K is on top. As usual, K is always on top. So now I just need to substitute in. So again, formula is the most tricky part. Other than that, the rest is very easy. Computation, just get K. The interesting thing is K is a fraction here. Don't be scared. 8 over 9 looks intimidating, but it's correct. It's the right answer, okay? So now to answer a question, you have 15 more campers. So now that means you have 55 campus, right? And then you have the same number of days, so it's also 20 days. K is 8/9, and X is unknown. You have to figure out what that is. So after some calculation, X you should get 1237.5. So don't be afraid, just solve the question. So of course this is not the answer, you have to minus 900, right? You should get 337.5 kg. Okay, so this is the answer to A. Now for B, you're given the number of food and the number of campus. So just have to substitute in as usual, 30, 8/9, 540. You have to figure out the number of days needed. Okay, so this one, you can just swap your Z and 30, by the way. So that means what I'm trying to say is, you can just do this, okay? So of course, you can just simplify, or you can just press in your calculator. You should get your answer as 16 days. Okay, so that's all. Thank you for watching.